Live and do
All right,
it.
we're live.
Oh my God.
We're live.
We're live, everybody. Holy shit. I got a cowbell.
She's got a cowbell. Buckle
Got
up.
a cowbell.
I'm just
What the
checking to make
hell?
sure that we're live everywhere. I need to get another young Jamie, a young poster.
Oh, me too. I need a young anything or an old, but the old doesn't do techie.
There, no signs of. Anyway, that's another topic.
Listen, you have your issues with the ladies. I have my issues with the dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Sub men offer to help me all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and they are the lamest, most just worthless,
Hmm.
just absolutely worthless. They're unreliable. They don't follow up. They don't show up. They do exactly what you complain that the women do.
Mm-hmm.
The men in that age group do the same thing.
I don't even remember what I complained. Well, I complained about
Not showing up,
not showing
people.
up and being unreliable and not doing what they say ever. Yeah, but that the reason the my thing on that is it's not a man or a woman thing. It's just that nobody lives in truth anymore, and that's why we're friends
Truth.
because we both live in truth.
That's true.
Where so many people tell themselves lies all day, every day, and if you do that to yourself, then you don't show up for yourself or others. The more times that you show up for yourself, the more times you show up for others, the more that you're in your truth. So.
This is truth.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't. I mean, I guess that's an interesting analogy that you dealing with
You're
beta, or did you say submissive or beta? I forget what term you used.
same.
Okay, so
Same.
submissive or beta males. That's
Yeah.
an interesting observation that would be the same as dealing with modern women.
Yeah. So Joe is
Yeah,
in. Is this your guy, Joe Ernest? Hey guys, how do
yeah,
you feel about
Joe in the house.
why does he come in? How do you feel about the Trump verdict? Where is the truth of that crime? He says.
Where is the truth of the crime? I mean, it's a scam. It's pure scam. This all this is about is that Biden is incapable of campaigning. So since he's incapable of campaigning, they want to put Trump in a cell so he can't campaign. And then I think that they're dumb enough to actually believe that that's going to take votes from him. I don't think so. I think it's going to give him more votes. So I think if they do put him in a cage, I think that he'll win and then he'll pardon himself.
That's funny. It's me, LOL. How do you have a conspiracy all by yourself?
And a conspiracy all
It
by my
is me. Conspiracy all by yourself. I don't know what
uh
you mean, Joe. It is
maybe
Joe. Hey, Joe.
have multiple personalities.
Then how do you
Then
have
you
a
could
conspiracy all by yourself?
if you have multiple personalities.
What's a boomerang that doesn't come back?
A stick,
A stick.
a bent stick. What good is that? What good is a bent stick? Nobody wants that. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. The Trump thing is just,
Oh, he says in regards to Trump's crime, how do you have a conspiracy all about yourself? Got you. I don't know. I don't even
oh,
know what
oh.
crimes. What crimes were they now? Who are they? Are they? I don't even know. I'm not paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention to that because I thought it was a huge distraction to keep us
Yeah,
away from everything else that's going on,
I
which
don't
is
watch
much
that
more
shit.
important. So yeah, I've talked to a bunch of people that are following it closely, and I'm like, damn, out of
God bless you.
everything going on,
That's what you're looking
that it
at?
no, no, it's not. I'm not throwing stones because that's promoted. That's important. But out of everything going on, it's among the lower of interest to me, of the lower stuff. The GameStop situation is
What's
crazy.
up with that?
The GameStop where
What is up with
it's
that?
the only stock
That's crazy that
that's not
BlackRock doesn't have,
right
right?
that
Yeah,
BlackRock doesn't have. But then when you go deeper
that's
into it,
crazy.
they've been trying to destroy that company since 2014.
Who
So
BlackRock has?
everybody. So the whole cabal has been trying to destroy that company, and it keeps making money and keeps staying alive. And then the
Crazy.
interesting thing is now they have a new CEO that kicked out all of the cabal off the board. So now they have no control over what's going
Wow,
on the
so that's
board.
what's going on. No wonder. Okay, I get it now. What's
So
with Will says, "Hi, what is this?" It's me talking to Jesus. We're talking truth, and that's not the really Jesus. It's my friend
soft
Sean.
soft J.
Soft J. That's Sean Gilder. I'm Angela Shelton. We're really good friends. We talk about the truth. And we get on the phone and we
Yeah.
stay on the phone for hours and we decided to do it just in public.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's it. That's what so welcome, Will.
Because we live
You're
in
this is like
truth.
the old this is like the old school party lines. Remember that? You get on the party line. You're like, "Hey, do you remember that?" We're that
I, I
age. Or am
I
I
never did a party line.
I'm
But
older than you.
I got a computer when I was 12, so
Fair. Good job. Okay.
yeah. And yeah. But
So we're talking truth and the first
yeah.
question that came up was Joe about the Trump thing.
Yes,
What
yeah, so I haven't been following it that closely because of the GameStop stuff, the whole
Thanks, Will.
all the truths that are like that are being leaked out. Which of course this whole game is just about pushing down their narrative, and then it gets corrected later, but the majority of the people believe in the narrative because they put the narrative first.
It blows my mind how many people believe stuff like MSNBC and CNN. It literally like it makes me like, "Aw, you're a puppy. You're a
Yeah,
cute
that's
puppy.
that's how I feel about it too.
I love you, puppy."
And then
Yeah, I had
I'm just gonna believe what you say over CNN. Really, really, and they look at you with that like, really, and it's like, yeah, you're it's listening to a whole propaganda machine
it
that doesn't
is, and
even
they've
have
been
that much
totally
viewership.
ah God. And then my favorite is God bless her. I love her to death, but she's like, "You can't share your opinion if it hurts my feelings."
Yeah, that's
I was like, "Don't come to my comedy show. Don't do it,
you can't share your
because you're
opinion.
not gonna like it."
Yeah, this is a safe space. I don't want anything to touch my ears that makes me think
Hey,
about anything.
I have an idea. I know the way to change the world instantly. That would just change everything. It would save the world instantly. Ready?
I'm ready.
You know what I'm going to say.
Uh,
Stop graping kids. Go
yeah.
yourself.
Did
The
you see
end.
that?
Then it's
Did,
done.
did you see that video of the Democrat lawmaker in California that
Graping kids.
yeah, the one that said she's leaving. She's not going for another term. She's been in Congress for 12 years, California Congress or California House of Representatives, and she was saying, "I'm tired of hiding the truth of the whole pedophilia or the whole pedo thing."
I did not
Yeah,
see that.
in
I love her.
California.
Who is this person? She's
I
right.
meant to send it to you.
Please send me that.
It's on
Cuz it
X.
is. It
Yeah,
is. You're dealing with
yeah,
a bunch of fucking child grapers. I
yeah.
mean,
And then how
the
it
walls are
seemed.
crumbling.
Yeah, and it's like Reverend Cat Williams said, 2024 is the year of the truth. This is the year that it all comes out.
Everything's
So
going fast too.
it
It feels
feels
like we're
very
going
fast.
so slow and fast at the same time.
Yeah, and it's
How you feeling, Will? We got our first like from Will. Will likes us.
thanks, Will. Appreciate you.
Hey, we're gonna go ride at at his place in Nashville. I'm coming for 3 days of bike riding. So come ride with us for 3 days, yo.
Yes, please.
Do it. By the way, if you don't know this, Will, my homeboy right there, Sean makes this product called Regenerate, where he took he got his girlfriend off of benzodiazepines. I don't know. It's called Regenerate, and it gets people off of benzos, alcohol. Basically, it removes the need to need something. But I got to tell you, as
That's
you know, the extra bonus of it, Regenerate, which you should get on your link in bio. I hope you have it up there somewhere. Um, is the sleep. Because I
Hmm.
just got back from Puerto Rico, and you know, when you ride a plane and you're around a bunch of people, you get that feeling where you're gonna feel like you're gonna get sick, and you're like, oh God, you're gonna
Hmm.
like taste it. I was like, oh God, I took
You could feel it.
three. Yeah, you feel like you could. Ooh, I took 3 teaspoons of Regenerate, and I shot up with ivermectin, a big old clump of it, like that much of it, and I went to sleep literally all day, and I
But
avoided getting sick. So you're onto something.
by the way, you have to send me the brand of that because I'm tired of going to the pharmacy to get mine. I'm just gonna do the horse paste.
You just go. I'll show it to you. You just go to.
Show me.
I'll show you my
Show
horse
it.
base.
Show it.
It's 18.99 at Tractor Supply.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, it's
Yeah.
good for horses. It's good for us.
Listen, that's it. It's the same stuff. It's just repackaged, so it looks just like this.
What's the brand of it?
Ivercare.
Okay. All right, I'll go get some Ivercare. In
Look, I'll
Tennessee, it's legal to get without a prescription, and I've
look.
been doing that.
Boop. And you
Yeah.
just turn this. I do it about that the size of like an eraser. And y'all like this.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Shoot it in.
Join my network for more. Oh my
Works
god.
perfectly. It's a
It,
little.
yeah, I know you before we logged on, you heard
Mm.
some of my
Oh, your
uh,
buddy was going off on hating women. My goodness.
yeah.
I was like, oh, I wish he stayed on. I'd love to. I'd
I
love to
could
take little
ask
shots. I'd
I
like to
could
take a
ask him
few
to
shots
join.
in there.
I mean, look, it's rough out there right now. I mean,
It's
it's
very rough out
it's
there.
the divide and conquer technique right now. They're trying to keep men and women at odds with each other so that you have no family unit, and if you have no family unit, it's easier for them to take control because we're in the middle of of a
Coup.
a coup. Yeah, I mean, well, the real coup happened in 1962 when they took
Exactly.
out Kennedy, and we've been under an illegitimate government since 1871, and
That's a long
then
time.
right. So a coup on top of a coup on top of a coup. Where are we even at anymore? But no, it's it's a weird thing out there right now, for sure. It's not like it was in 2019 or 2016 or 20.
Well, it's also that's why like dating people and seeing other humans. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, my advice is you find somebody you like, you better be nice. You better
Hmm.
feed them. You better make sure they're all right.
Hmm.
Like, that's my lecture to do. If you find that one that you really gel with, I
Hmm.
would not do the whole, oh, I could do better. I'm gonna let this one pass. I could do better. You know?
Is that the
Like,
woman? Is that a key to the woman? Is that how the woman mind works? Oh, I could do better. I'm not gonna.
well, no, well, women tend to cut men out so fast. I mean, I've been
Hmm.
around so many women that are like, he didn't send me flowers.
Hmm.
I'm a block his number. And I always like, I'm like, hey, advocate for men here. Did you
Hmm.
tell him that?
Right. Because then
Did
the
you
other thing,
did
then the
you
other,
tell him that?
because the other thing that'll happen is if you get him flowers and they'll be like, he got me flowers. And
That's
it's like,
lame.
I was like,
Exactly.
after the first date, like, he got me flowers? Like,
Lame.
really?
Freak.
Like, block. And it's like, because one woman's desire is the other woman's, like, red
Oh
flag.
yeah, you show me up
It's,
with red roses and I'd be like, ugh.
yeah. And then another
You
woman
know?
is like, he didn't bring any fucking
Red
roses.
roses. I'm like,
You know,
ugh.
it's like, I didn't know.
No idea. So
Yeah.
you have to ask her what you want, which is, I'm guilty of not doing that too, so.
No, I'm just gonna like wait until I fall in love with zero effort at all. I'll just like fall. I'll just know it when I feel it. I don't no, I don't even know what I want, but I'll just know it. He's probably a doctor.
Yep. It's all about their money. It's all about the money. And it's
Hmm.
like And I made one video a while ago, and it went like kind of went viral, and it was really funny. And I was like, because I said, hey, instead of asking like, what's his paycheck? It's like, who do you want to be next to? Who do you want to hold hands with? Who do you want to like talk and walk with and not
Yeah.
talk? Who do you want to
Yeah.
fart in front of?
Who do
Who
you
do you
want
want
to
to go
do
camping with?
who do you want to do nothing with
Who do you
all
want to
the
do
time?
nothing with? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
It's yeah. Yeah.
I know. And I
Hit
fa-
Go ahead.
and then when you find somebody, you're like, oh, I could do nothing with you. That'd be
Hmm.
nice. I'd like that. And then they ghost you or something. I don't know.
Or you
It's
don't
like,
get them the right color peonies.
it's like, what the
I
fuck?
like white,
It's
not
like,
pink.
come on,
He knows us.
come on.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
think
I just
maybe
think,
because we're in
what
such a swipe culture. Go ahead. Swipe culture.
Well, I was just gonna say it's the all the stress of all the change going on too puts people in, sympathetic dominant state, and then that's a judgment state, not a curiosity state. So if you're in the constant state of judgment and then something happens that's unexpected and then you deem that a negative without being in curiosity and thinking, why did he get me flowers? Instead of going, oh, the last guy that got me flowers was weird, so this guy getting me flowers is probably weird too. That's judgment, right?
That's funny. Yeah,
Curiosity
true.
would be like, I wonder why he got me flowers. Maybe in his mind, he's trying to schmooze me, or maybe in his mind, he really likes me, or, whatever. It's where judgment, so you're just like, oh, it's his weird. He got me like the wrong color flowers.
I love how you always do a guadal throat. You better be careful. You'll
What?
meet
What?
some love of your life, and she's gonna be like, she'll be so great, except she'll have this one thing. I don't even.
You know why I
I
know?
cancel clear. Cancel clear doesn't happen. No.
You know why I know that won't happen? Because
What?
anybody who speaks in a guadal fry doesn't know who they are. Because essentially what they're telling you is to disregard everything that they say because they're not saying it seriously.
Because it's like up here
Yeah, it's
in a
like, I don't know, like
question.
whatever, like I don't know, it's just like it's I could go either way. I'm not really being serious now about anything. It's just like literally, actually.
Tell me where to go. Because I'm
Yeah.
scared to
Right.
voice my own opinion. Yeah, it's true.
Right, because they're not speaking in their full voice, so they're not speaking in their truth. So that won't happen because, you know,
You wouldn't go out with somebody like that. I got you.
where they're still they don't know who they are yet. So it's like building a building on sand. You're trying to create something with somebody who doesn't know who they are. You're creating something,
On
that
sand.
on sand.
That's a good way to put it. It's true. God, you need bedrock. My
I mean,
house
at
was
least
built
some
on
soil,
bedrock. Uh,
something more than sand.
but I think people, going back to what you said, people are like nervous with the chaos phase. And
Yeah,
also, I think they are desperately freaking out over finances
yeah,
because
because
the
it's so
middle class is
expensive.
getting murdered right now.
Hmm.
And a banana is $50. You're like shit. And it's like holy. So it's you got the money. They're hitting you with the money. They're hitting you with like separating men and women and making the women nuts and making the men hate the women and vice versa. And oh my god. And
And
then and
any
then
and any
supporting that.
creed, any creed or any color, they want them all against each other. So
Yeah. And which with these odd rules because I got that I think I told you last week in the city I got like well we'll need to see what your talk is. I need to see if you've passed our diversity clauses rules and already you're a white woman so you probably won't be able to ask to be speaking this particular place but let's at least see your speech and see what you're going to say and I'm like no like it's not even not even there's no point
wait, let me see your speech. What did you mean by that?
with like promoting diversity to the point of creating division,
Oh,
like weirdly intentionally.
mm-hmm.
And it's like under the guise of we want to be inclusive with everyone.
Mm,
So therefore, we're going to cut out any kind of truth because it might
mm-hmm.
hurt somebody's feelings. So we're
Hmm.
gonna vanilla down everything, ironically, by having it. I mean, it's just like what?
So then the guys suddenly start speaking like this. Because I just want to let you know that I believe in what everything everybody believes in.
Just so you don't get upset at me.
I don't have any original thoughts. I only believe in what everyone does.
Well, honestly, if you don't, you're gonna get attacked, and it's like straight up communism. I mean, that's what it is, right?
But that's the thing. That's not
I mean,
that. Yeah, they're breeding more and more people. It's such a downer conversation, and I
I
don't know if
know,
there's any point.
and I don't
Because
mean to
no,
look.
I
I
know.
just
I mean, it's interesting, but it's also a downer. Um, I think it'd be more fun to talk about what the solution is.
there you go. Yes. What do
And
we do about it? We're doing
I
it.
I think the solution is they're just words. So like speak your words and you don't have to identify with what you just said. So if you don't know a lot about a topic and you have a belief in that topic and you say it out loud and somebody goes,
That's
"Hey,
wrong.
that's wrong." And then instead of taking it as a hit to the core of your being because you identify with every word you say, you can just calmly go, "Oh, I'm not like super informed. Tell me like what I'm doing wrong here."
Obi-Wan, teach me, Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and then if they don't make any sense to you, then continue on with your current belief. If they do make sense to you, then be aware that oftentimes it takes 7 times the amount of information to change an opinion. So,
Oops.
keep an eye on that, but don't identify with your thoughts and ideas because that's not you. And that's when people get dinged up and shut down to new information because they feel like it's taking a hit to who they are if somebody doesn't agree with them. That's not the way that it works. That's not
Oh
the
God,
nature of
that's like
reality.
You're. It sounds like people who really identify with like political parties too.
Yeah.
Like they
Or
live in
sports
those or
teams.
sports teams. Oh Jesus. Uh,
Yeah.
you don't look like Obi-Wan. You look like rotten bananas.
Who the hell
That's
rotten
what real
bananas?
Sam says.
Oh,
Thanks, real
okay.
Sam.
Thank you.
Thanks, rotten bananas. Anyway, so what's the solution? What do we do in this case? I'm connecting with people in the public more, like in person, and I
Yeah.
mean, and connecting people with other people.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
I think truth is the best disinfectant. I'm
Stop raping kids. Go fuck yourself. I mean, that's the truth right there.
yeah. Yeah, and it's
What
it's real
else?
it's really crazy how I've never seen any of that underbelly I know that you have. But it does seem like it's everywhere somehow. And I would say I would guess
Uh huh.
it's kind of like cocaine. Like I know that's everywhere, but for like, forever I didn't know any of the tells or any of the lingo because I didn't do it.
That's
And
right.
then like once people like tell you the lingo, then you're like, "Oh, okay. Do you want to party?" That means not do you want to party? That means something else. So I'm sure there's a whole lingo or a hand signal or whatever to that stuff. There would have, if there
The
is for
gross party.
cocaine, there is for that party too. You
The
know what I'm saying?
underbelly.
There
Yeah, for
has
the
to be.
underbelly
There
creepers
has
to
to be
find each other.
lingo and code and yeah, I remember somebody telling me something about a hand signal that gay guys have,
Oh,
but
there's many.
yeah, see, I don't know 'em, but I know one because a friend of mine was telling me
What
about
is
it.
it?
But something I can't remember exactly, but it's like you stick your hand underneath the stall, and one way means one thing, and the other thing means the other. Yeah.
Gosh, there's so many underbelly like subcultures out there around sex that is just like holy cow. Holy
So the damn
cow.
cornheads.
And
Yeah.
I know way too much about all that. It's like I have a
Yeah.
book and a book and a book. I'm like, Lord. And comedy acts. That's why I'm doing
Yeah.
comedy.
I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you heard when my buddy and I were talking about. Did I? I'll tell you. Why not? I mean, it doesn't matter. I went out on a date, on a few dates with a woman. We kind of hit it off. I mean, there was a lot of red flags, but I was still looking forward to the next date. Until one night after she was leaving, she said, "I would have had sex with you if I didn't like you so much." That was I was like, hmm? And then that just really crawled into my head, and I was like, who the hell is this person, and what exactly does that mean? You know what I mean? What do you have any take on that?
Well, that yeah, that I mean if she likes you, so she's not gonna do that.
Uh-huh.
So she's gonna wait and have more time with you.
Okay.
So she's looking to maybe
But
be something extra.
right, but then she's also like telling me that she's a slut too. Right? Like,
Well, that means she's probably got some boy toys that she doesn't
mm,
like all that much that take care of the business.
right. So it's so then
They,
I was like, great. Well, that's so nice that I'm so well liked by you. Thank you.
guess I'm
Yeah,
not having the boner time.
yeah, it's wonderful. So you
That was
just,
after 3 dates. Usually that's the rule. Women who follow those rules, it was 3 dates to. I
yeah, I don't know
personally
how
like to
many
get.
dates.
I like to get in there on the first date because I'm like, we got to get all in there and see if it all works and fits. Otherwise, I'm not talking to you anymore. So I think more like a dude.
Yeah, I mean, any rate, so um,
That's why convince
whatever.
me of mine. I'm like I've like I am a dude. I think like and I think I'm like I got mine. It's 27 minutes from my house. It's like this fix,
20,
this fix, this fix. Oh my god, I got this. I'm like, why would I ever let that go ever?
wait, what's 27 minutes from your house?
Uh, my 7-3.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was still on. Okay.
Is it ever not gonna be on? I don't know why that would ever not be. You know what I mean? That's always has a VIP ticket. It
I
has a
dated a
VIP
woman
pass. Like I don't mean.
27 minutes. I love the fact that you're talking about that so close. I had a woman who lived 14 minutes away and complained about it. Yeah, I know.
I don't understand that.
I know me either. That was a
That's
red
like
flag too.
I mean, you're talking to people. I mean, I talk to people all the time, all day long, about their relationships and broken hearts and wants and needs and yada yada. And they're looking for love all around the world. And you're like, they're on different continents, they're on different states, they're different. I
Hmm.
mean, if you find somebody within the 30 minutes of you,
Yeah, you should be like so ecstatic of the
I
14
mean,
minutes.
literally, I'm like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you need me to
Yeah.
do? You need me to.
How could it get any better than
How
14
can
minutes
you
away?
can I how can I help you help me more?
Right.
Yeah, I know, and it's like
Yeah.
convince people of that. I mean, without being, I don't want to be appear needy and weird, but I'm also like, dude, this is prime real estate right here. This is you keep a hold of this. You make sure the plumbing
Yeah.
is working on that. You make sure you put a new roof on.
Yeah, I mean
And
it's
check
for
and check the tires.
yeah. See if they need anything on your way over,
I
if
mean,
you're
or
14 minutes
you're
away, or I don't
yeah.
know,
I just
whatever.
doesn't blow my mind. It blows my mind how people don't look after that. But that's like super important to me though. It's like my mom had that. Um, my mom when
I want to swing.
she wants to swing. All right, so you want me out of your way?
Yeah.
Okay, and we also have Aurelia here. Um, and because earlier when she was still here, I was like, "Oh God, Sean has always wanted you on the podcast." And she's like, "Well, I could yell at things to you if you had questions for me, maybe." She's got her headphones on, but she could hear me right now.
Oh,
She's like, "Oh, we could
okay.
have the famous
I can't.
young."
There was so many.
I'm listening to music
Go,
right now.
She goes, "I'm listening to music right now."
yeah. I know we've talked about things before, and then it was like, I wonder what your daughter thinks about that. That'd be interesting to know, but now nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah,
I know
usually
I
she doesn't hear any of this, so I mean,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the food and the facts and the truth, she's all about it. Like remember the train accident in Ohio?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like she watched that like a hawk and said and started a group with all her friends to watch the real truth
Yeah.
and then to watch how that was poisoning all the farmland, and then she basically is like, Ohio, no.
Hmm.
Like it's interesting. I mean, you start paying attention to stuff like that as a kid. I mean, when all that
Right.
land did get destroyed, like you're not going to be eating that food for how long?
Right.
Long time.
That's why they're trying to take over TikTok, and that law that they passed will probably be applied to X at some point.
What law?
The one where
What's the new?
they're trying to force the sale of TikTok because the powers that be with the pedo Pete's and everything, they don't control TikTok. So a lot of the major narratives they're trying to push, nobody on TikTok is buying it. So they have a major narrative problem.
Cool.
Yeah, cool, but
Gene
they're
says it's
gonna
scary. Speaking of narrative problem, are pandas real?
I haven't really looked into that because I don't care, but I've seen videos of pandas. But it seems to me like they're so dumb and clumsy that it's like some kind of hybrid they've made in a lab, because how would that survive not in a zoo?
And it only eats one thing. It's only made in a zoo.
Right.
It's not an animal that they just created. It's not. Is
Right.
it
It seems
true?
like a hybrid, like,
It's a little weird.
like a
I was
yeah,
like,
like a donkey or something where yeah,
when you
it's some
start like uncovering certain way, you're like, wait a minute, that's a little weird.
yeah. Yeah.
Anywho, I thought that was a little weird.
Yeah, and then
And I learned a new way to say God today.
see or
Yahuwah.
say.
Say. Like
Okay,
Yahweh,
yeah, yeah.
Yahweh, and Yahuwah.
What's Yahuwah? That same thing as
It's like
Yahweh?
Yahweh. It's like
I mean, I know
Yahuwah.
Yahweh, but what's
Yahuwah. I was like, wow, I just was. I don't know. If I hadn't been a model, I would have been a preacher. I would have gotten I wanted to get my PhD in theology.
mhm.
That was a goal of mine. And I actually did reach out to some schools and started the process at some schools. But anyway, I ended up making movies that in each movie is a sermon. That was my. That's what I did instead of going to school for theology. But I am very fascinated by religions and all the different ones. And I love me some God.
Mm.
And I definitely lean. My favorite is Jesus. I live with Jesus consciousness. I pretend Jesus is my boyfriend. Very much into Christian mysticism, and I like new God ways.
Mhm.
And today, Yahuwah,
I haven't heard that one, but
Yahuwah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
the
Yahweh. It
breath.
was like another one. Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yahusha. My kid is so lucky. Look at her. Just, if I had that, oh my God, I'll take
Mm.
that as a kid. I'll take that. That's what
Yeah,
nuns do.
champion
What do
archer.
nuns do, Gene? She's a champion archer. She is, for real.
Yeah.
Super cool. What's your what? That's what nuns do. What do nuns do, Gene? I lost the joke. Gosh, she's so funny, Gene. Who's commenting on here? She's so funny. I don't know what nuns do. Or I guess as a single woman are supposed to see Jesus that way until we find a boyfriend or husband. Oh, that's what nuns do. Pretend Jesus is their boyfriend. Gotcha.
Mm.
God. Talk about not getting sick. Whew. That was
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Whew.
yeah.
I avoided getting sick, but I still have avoided getting sick. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I still feel the whoo.
You get a lot of like goop, it sounds like kicking out of you,
Yep.
which the
Yep.
regenerate I think really helps move that stuff out.
Oh.
I've
It's
noticed it.
amazing for REM sleep. Like
Yes,
amazing.
the people that I've had that have tracked their sleep before regenerate and after regenerate,
Uh-huh.
it's much enhanced, and it definitely enhances dreaming. I don't I don't track my sleep because I don't like having rings or bands on me when I
Uh,
sleep. And then also, if you have the ring or band on you, it can slow down your lymphatic flow for your whole body, and which I'm trying to make that better by all means
whoa.
necessary. Anyway, but people I know that have tracked that, I mean, it's not like 10%. It's like double, triple the REM
Yeah.
sleep. It
For real.
is
My sleep is different.
absolutely amazing. And I can
Excuse
tell
me.
you from a non-tracking angle that dreams are much more powerful, much more vivid. And when you're
Interesting.
dreaming, that means that you're in REM. And
Interesting.
and I've noticed even if I take Regenerate in the morning, it still seems to help in the evening with the sleep. So
Ugh.
it's just it
I'm I'm almost
definitely
out.
helps sleep. And then one complaint that I had from people was it gives me nightmares, and I was like, okay,
Really? I haven't had that.
right, but the thing is, my next question is, well, do you normally dream?
Oh yeah, for real, right?
And then their answer is no, I don't usually dream. And I'm like, well, now you're dreaming. That's
Right. So you
good.
get REM. Oh, right, right,
Right,
right.
right. So you're starting off with nightmares, but that's your
The
body
good.
working out some kind of
Congratulations.
trauma. Right. So it's working. You want
Right.
that. If you're not dreaming and now you're having nightmares, yes, that's not fantastic, but at least you're dreaming, which is a step up from not dreaming at all. But um,
For real.
yeah. I'm, I mean, I get it.
Speaking of
It's
dreaming,
unpleasant, but I can divide between nightmare and real life. When I wake up, whoo, that was a wild ride, but
can you do
you know,
which nightmare? Because we're living in many nightmares. Speaking of,
well, right, exactly. Yeah, the
Jesus,
reality
exactly.
is a bit more scary than any nightmare I've had.
Speaking of, Gene says I'm disappointed for Trump, but not surprised by what his scary opponents do to him. And then she says it helps with the GABA for sleep, with just a small amount to be less stressed out and can sleep better. Oh, she has regenerate. Are you trying it, Gene? That's great. I'm glad y'all
Yeah,
told me about it. Oh, great. I'm so glad. I sent her a big old sample. Packed it.
nice. Yeah, yeah, no, it definitely extends REM sleep, no doubt, by a lot.
I've
It's
seen it.
not.
I want some more. Can I have another bottle?
Yeah, yeah.
Me, me,
I got a
me, me, me.
bunch to ship out. I was packing them up actually before we got on here.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm. Yeah.
Um, what else you got? Anything else?
Ho hum.
We were earlier we
God,
started off
truth
man and
is.
woman bashing.
Well, that's usually the case when it comes to truth. Talking about us, it's usually the women, man, women bashing. Yeah. What can I tell you the truth wise lately? Truth. I went to Puerto Rico. Had a great trip to Puerto Rico. Oh, truth. It's helping me focus. Oh, I'm so happy, Gene. That stuff is amazing. One thing truthful, speaking of kind of full circle with women with the guadal throat who are afraid to
Yeah,
speak
literally.
to a lot of okay, so that same type
Mm-hmm.
that is afraid to speak are also afraid to be by themselves, are
Mm-hmm.
also afraid to like just travel by themselves. Even so, when I travel, I love being by myself. I'm my best date. I'm highly entertained by myself, and I don't know a stranger, so I could go anywhere and make best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so I find the meat. Like that's where I'm going. Is I'm like, where the meat at? Where's the meat? And
Mm-hmm.
so my first, I was like, boop 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 boop. As soon as I like check in, I land, and then I'm like, where's the meat, y'all? And I
Mm-hmm.
go talk to the locals. I'm like, hey, so I befriend the wait staff, I befriend the back end, the people in the back, and I'm like, hey, where can I go swimming? where's the best place to swim and where's the meat? And they were like, don't swim anywhere around all these 5 hotels because it's full of poo poo. Because all of these hotels dump their sewage out like far and then it washes right back into this bay. So don't swim here. Go walk 20 minutes down that way. And I'm like, see, this is why you ask the locals. and then and then I was like, where's the meat? And there was like right next door, your Brazilian steakhouse is excellent. I was like, all right, awesome, bye. And it's like 11 in the morning.
Mhm.
And I'm going. And I went and found the meat. And oh my God, they have steak tartare on the menu. And
Mm.
whenever there's steak tartare on the menu, nobody puts steak tartare without being able to do it.
Mm.
It's not going to be on the menu just to be on it, right? And so I'm going to say maybe the best steak tartare I've ever had. If not, it's the second best.
Wow.
And I ate it 3 times. And
Nice.
that and an amazing drink with like all fruity, mango-y stuff, like a frou-frou drink, and
Mhm.
and steak tartare was $20. I'm telling you. I was like, where are y'all? And then over the next couple of days, like I went again. I went 3 times. I went actually 5 times to eat there, but 3 times I had steak tartare. And there was groups of ladies like, come eat with us or come have lunch. And I was like, I know where I'm going.
Mhm.
Y'all can visit. Y'all can come with me, which I did end up bringing people to eat meat. But I'm not gonna spend the 45 minutes I have for lunch break to go eat a pizza or a salad when I could go right there and have steak tartare and talk to my buddy Enrico, who have Ricardo and Ivan and all the people that I've befriended now. Oh hell
Mm.
yeah! I'm sitting there. I'm having the time of my life, and I'm
Yeah.
eating the best meat. Another thing that was amazing is ordering the rib as an appetizer, like a bar snack, was a
Mhm.
total meal. Like a big old rib bone, and they took all the rib meat off of it and like made it all fancy and pretty. Really inexpensive, but now that I've noticed that I mainly eat meat and milk and berries,
Mhm.
fruit. I am on that diet.
That's like my diet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on your diet. I eat so much less. It's shocking.
Yeah. When my theory on that is when you're mineral deficient, you're in the constant state of need.
Mm.
And so then when you get your minerals up, your salt up, then you're not in the constant state of need. So you're not just eating to eat. Your body has the sustenance that you need. So,
Yeah, well, I said to Jean on our last live, I was like, who's on here right now? Uh, it's expensive to eat meat, but you know what? You can like we talked about this, and I've done it before. Go to Walmart and get the grass-fed meat at Walmart, and
mhm.
it's actually shockingly inexpensive,
Whole Foods
and
now is
and you can
down.
freeze it.
Whole Foods is down to the same price as Walmart, 5.99 or 5.88 a pound.
That's
So,
cool. Favorite meat I've had, my favorite meat I've found is my MML or my MLM.
yeah.
It's one of those group shopping thing. Melaleuca. Like if you want to be under me, call me. I mean honestly, because the meat on there is my favorite. It's out of Wisconsin. It's out of Wisconsin. It's grass fed and grain finished, but with good grain, not Monsanto grain.
Yeah, that is
It's so
I gotta
good.
try that because grain finished does
Yeah,
make it
makes it
taste better.
fat.
Hmm.
It
It
makes the
really does.
fat. It really does. It's the best rib. It's my favorite ribeye. As far as it's better than Butcher Box and it's better than North Star. But it's my favorite one.
Yeah. I only do North Star bison for their ground,
Balls.
that and the liver and heart. Hey, you've tried
Uh,
balls.
I love me some balls.
Yeah.
There's
They're
nothing like eating balls.
it is the best cut of the meat. Which
I mean,
it's hard to believe, but it is
I'd be
the
all
best
about it.
tasting burger is balls burger.
5,000%. I like the combo you taught me to use balls.
Hmm.
So y'all testicles, ground testicles from North Star Bison.
It's really good.
Do it all day long, but it doesn't come like a package, just like a bunch of balls in a package.
It's
It's ground
pre-blend.
up.
It's
It's ground
pre-blend.
up.
80% ground beef, 20% balls, and it's the best burger you'll ever have.
When you did that, it comes full testicles and organ meat, right? But you taught me to take like 20% of that and then put the rest of it with
Oh no,
your
it
regular.
well maybe I was making full balls burgers then. I don't know. I thought it was 80/20, but maybe it was full balls. Maybe
Oh,
that's
I
what I
think that's
tasted
full
it.
ball. You're the one who taught me to take like a third of it, be
Uh-huh.
regular meat, and then put some balls in there, and make the best burger, or do like
Yeah.
half and halfer.
Well, in my place, you were having 100% balls then because
Having all balls.
I took it right out of the package, divided it into 4 burgers, each one a quarter pound, threw them on the grill. That was full
And
balls then.
that's
I
full
thought it was a
balls,
blend,
full tilt
but
boogie.
maybe not.
That
But it
is
is the
funny.
best burger that I've ever had. Or yeah.
It is. It's so rich and great
Hmm.
balls, and then it organ meat too. Like, or there's something to be said for what all y'all guys are doing. I mean, it really does.
Yeah.
And I
Hmm.
wrote my book. Jacob hit me up, a guy who another guy I talk about in my book. Is like, "Where's your book?" I'm like, "I did finish it. It's with an editor now." Holy Jesus! Like the steps sometimes take so long, and I go so fast. And when you're going like you go bullet train and you're fast so fast, and then you hand it off and you're like,
Yeah.
I feel that.
Hmm. Nobody wants.
I know. That's
We
how
want,
I.
but nope.
Oh God,
Nobody wants that.
I I felt quite a few times the.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh God, it's and then when you find people that run at your pace, oh God, I love them.
Hmm.
I have a lady right now who so runs at my pace, and I love her so much, and I know I'm gonna lose her one day,
Hmm.
and I'm just prepared for that. I was like, let's just prepare that I can be
Now you
excited
sound like my buddy on the
that I have
phone.
you for, what is
Now you sound like my buddy
really?
on the
I'm
phone with the
sorry.
girl. Yeah, how he's like, I know this isn't gonna
Okay,
last,
let's fix
you
it.
know.
Exactly. Well, with mine, it's not gonna last because she's building my whole system in the back,
Hmm.
and then you essentially kind of won't need her. You'll need her to, you know, write my next book with. So it's not like she's not going to be doing the actual menial things. She's
Hmm.
building the content system and the flow. You know how you and I have always talked about building our machines
Yes.
right, and I've been building mine and yours and helping yours and like giving you my like I'll learn something and tell you. Well, the
Hmm.
latest thing is learning the operator person, like having an operator person. I listened to a great book that I was recommended in all my classes, and honestly, there was business owners that said, "Listen, read this book, listen to it. It's called How to Grow Your Small Business." It is so
Hmm.
good. I'm so glad she told me. A chiropractor told me, she's like, listen to that book. And you can apply it to anything. You can apply it to your bike company. You can apply it to like, you can apply it to being an actor. It's like having your business and what you're doing with your business, listening to that. And then he's got this little small business flight plan, I think it's called small business flight plan.
Hmm.
He's just got all of it down pat. Small biz. It was really, how do you spell busyness? Busyness flight plan, I believe it is. Um, Man, it was very informative, and now I have an operator. And man, here it is. I'm gonna send this to you. This is just excellent. And there's no chat in here, huh? I can't like chat
Yeah,
in
there
here.
is there's a chat.
Private chat here.
Yeah.
When I send you that link, do you get that link or does
Yeah, I get
every?
that. No, it's the private chat.
Oh, got you. Anyway, save that because that is also a great like so you having your assistants
Hmm.
from the top you're the artist and the entrepreneur at the top, right?
Hmm.
Um, there's plug and plays. It takes a minute to look through, but just having a basically the playbook of your business is very, very helpful. Like, wow, I never looked at it like that before. Because I've been living in my sympathetic nervous system, just running from independent movie to independent movie, and then hustling on this and hustling on that. And it's like, even the business I've been in was aligned with sympathetic nervous system living.
Hmm.
You know, a lot of businesses are like that actually, like where you're not in your parasympathetic nervous system.
Hmm.
It's like designed for you to be stressed out.
Yeah. Yeah. Creating a job, not a business.
Yeah, so learning to have all of my stuff more streamlined and business focused like I've done with the movies has been very, very, very helpful. Holy shit. And Gene says I like liver and fish too, like tuna and steak tartare.
Hmm.
Liver
Liver
and
as
fish.
fish liver or
I think she's just saying she likes liver, maybe like cow
okay,
liver.
liver comma
And
fish.
fish too, like tuna. And I can do that when I drink espresso or a lot of coffee. I don't know what she was referring to. So I went on a tangent. Anyway, that's my latest business. That's my truth business. Getting
Mm.
your shit together. Because I'm learning all this stuff, like, as we go into the wrecking ball of the next phase
Hmm.
of chaos and how they're, like, jobs are going crazy. Even as a coach, because I'm a coach and you're essentially a coach. I mean, but they're going to come after everybody to get certified and, like, yada yada.
Certified for what?
Being an official coach, coaches and stuff, you're not going to be able to, like, thank God I've got my thing.
I don't believe
But
it.
they might not. Who fucking
They're not.
knows?
I don't believe it at all.
Come back to come after money, get their cut of their money.
Just because how do you certify like a coach for something obscure? There's no certification for that.
Oh yeah, there is actually because on the behind the scene, it has no idea. It doesn't matter what you're coaching.
Hmm.
It matters that you know the laws of the state and you know the blah blah blah. It's like a whole bunch of other stuff besides just the actual coaching. It's like copyright stuff and it's like HIPAA and shit. It is. It's like you know
Stupid.
how to. It
I,
is.
I'm setting up a trust and entity, and then I'm just gonna sell artwork. And then
And it's gonna be me
for every piece of artwork you buy, you get whatever, you know,
coaching
whatever you need.
conversation.
Whatever you need. It's just like, have a conversation and be like, I think that'll take two pieces of artwork and we can get that done for you. You
That's
know,
amazing. That's a good idea, actually. Is that what
if
the
it's good
super
enough
rich are
for
doing?
Hunter, it's good
Share.
enough for me.
Is that what they're doing? Sharing art, like giant art pieces.
Yeah, like Hunter, he's selling them for like 300 grand a piece because he's just that talented.
Right.
He's not selling influence or anything, but he's just a very talented artist.
Right.
Yeah,
Have you seen his tattoo on his back?
the fingerlings.
Ever anybody have confirmation of that? Is that true?
I don't know, but
I,
I've heard
I,
that.
I, I've seen it, and I'm like, I want confirmation that that wasn't like a AI, that that really is true.
That is quite.
Because if it is, that's creepy as hell.
Not only that, but just that whole thing that it's just that it's that big.
Oh yeah. Oh, that conversation. Okay, so those who don't know, Hunter Biden has a tattoo on his back of the Finger Lakes of New York. Is that true? We do not know if it's true or not.
Well, you can
If,
go to like what is it, Hunter's laptop or
oh
Hunter
my God.
Biden's laptop.com,
But
which which if you download that, then you have contraband on your computer.
Oh, great, lovely. I don't want to look at it.
Hmm.
But the Finger
You haven't seen,
Lakes,
have you seen any of it? I've seen a little
I,
bit of
I
it.
have. I have scrolled
His
through it, yeah.
laptop is a wild thing. Oh my
And
God.
he's absolute idiot for sending it into that place to get it fixed. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
So he's
supposedly,
dumb.
supposedly they already had his iCloud account hacked, but the some of the three-letter agencies. But yeah, you taking photo of yourself with underage children, smoking crack, driving over the speed limit. Like it's just
What you
like
doing, boy?
felony laptop.
Bright. Oh, she said she saw a film about him on Breitbart. You watch Breitbart, Gene? That's funny. You and my mom. Breitbart. Mike Adams. She's obsessed with, and Michael Yon
Not
are the
familiar.
people that my mom watches. Mike
I'm
and
not
Dr.
familiar.
Artis. Doc,
I'm familiar with artists.
Dr. Artis is great.
Yeah. Although he was a big proponent that it was all snake venom.
He's all about the snake stuff. What's up with that? There's snake
Well,
venom in everything. It's weird.
in Ozempic, there's snake venom in it. It's the reason why Ozempic works is it paralyzes your digestive system so that you can become a skinny bitch. That'll work out great. I'm sure there'll be no down the road problems of paralyzing your digestive system.
So weird. It makes me think he wanted to be caught, just like finding the daughter's diary. She might have left it around on purpose.
I think it's also that they're just in a protected class. They've been in a protected class for 50 years. So you don't think about the law applying to you when you break it 100 times, 1,000
It's
times.
creepy. Well, back to the Finger Lakes of New York. For those who don't know, unfortunately, I know some things that I don't want to know. But Finger Lakes of New York are also a big hub where they trade
Mm.
graping kids.
Mm.
Just weird. I mean, it's also a nice place to visit. It's also very beautiful, but it's just a little odd and weird that it's also a place. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It'd be weird. It's like somebody saying like, "Hey, meet me with an RV at the Super Bowl."
Hmm.
You know, it's like that's also where they trade people, or the big games. A lot of human trafficking happens because you're
Yep.
just bringing in a bunch of RVs and that they're right there in front of your face trading humans.
So
It's
true.
really It's really messed up. Like it's beyond anything you can ever imagine, and it's happening right in your face. Yeah. Anyway,
And
but
I just haven't seen any of it because, like I said, I probably don't know the right hand signal or lingo. Um, you know,
Finger Lakes. Yeah, exactly, Gene. She goes, "Ew," and the name of those lakes too.
yeah, Finger
Finger.
Lakes. It
It's so messed up.
doesn't
It's
sound
so
good.
messed up. But honestly, if you do really talk to people, or as people talk to people, you'll find out. Like, first of all, it's weird. There's obviously a big problem with child rape because everybody knows somebody who was a victim of it. Like,
Hmm.
that's messed up. And if you don't,
Hmm.
then you're not talking openly really to your friends
Hmm.
because I guarantee you this is true. And then it's like, okay, if there's that much of it happening, there's something going on.
Hmm.
There's something going on.
And I wonder if I saw numbers that it was like 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 5 people, something like that.
Yeah, 1 out of 3. It depends on male. It's like 1 out of 3 girls, 1 out of 4 boys, kind of thing.
And what is it in other cultures? Is that American numbers or global numbers?
You know, as far as I know, that's American numbers. But
So
I
my
don't.
curiosity is America worse, better? Is that how it is everywhere?
It's a good question. Good question. What are you saying yes to, Gene? Is that American or world? I don't know. It's a good question. Where it's I would think that it's worse maybe in other countries, but I'm not. You know what? I in like countries that are where women really are objects, then I guess the children would be too. Be like worse. Or not, I think it might be worse here because in France it's acceptable to have a mistress.
Hmm.
So if you can't have a mistress, you're gonna have the daughter. So it's not acceptable here to have a mistress, so they'll take the daughter. That's messed up. It's really messed up. Yeah. Anyway, hey everybody, stop graping kids. Go
Yeah.
fuck yourself. I mean,
It's a major bummer. Anything else?
or
Any other truths?
what other truths? What other truths you got, Gene? The truths. The truth is we are being poisoned, Holy Mother of God.
Mm-hmm.
From all angles, and my God. You know what's amazing though? As I have stepped out of my own de-poisoning, and certainly still there. I mean, I just ate chocolate peanut butter ice cream yesterday. But I had like this much compared to the pint. You know what I mean? So it's like, even when I do things like that, I am like, oh wow, you know what you're doing. You're gonna put it in your mouth. Why? Why are you gonna do that?
Oh, and then I don't know about you, but after all the raw milk that I drink, ice
I
cream
love ramen.
doesn't taste as good.
I honestly, you are so right, and I've kind of been doing these taste tests. Doing like a small instead of my usual, like, I want the banana split. And just actually tasting it and being like, actually, this isn't really good.
Now, I think ice cream made from raw milk would be delicious. It's just something
I
tastes a
made
little
some.
funky about pasteurized dairy,
It's weird.
and I can taste it in the ice cream.
I feel you, brother. I do. And it's like, well, gosh, what in the hell are we going to eat? I guess I'm literally going to be eating meat. Is that what you're telling me?
Meat, milk, and fruit,
Men.
honey. Men.
Honey, meat, milk, and men. That's how I can live.
Yeah, well, if you can avoid those betas, the betas and
Well,
the.
man, because they like pay me. They're also my clients too. So it's
Oh,
like,
I have a topic I want to talk to you about. Have
what
you
is it?
heard of the Are We Dating the Same Guy websites?
Yes.
Have you been on those? Are We Dating the Same Guy?
No. No, I'd be terrified.
No.
I'm not. God, I hope not. I have.
Well,
Why you
no.
want me
Well,
to?
no. I'm just curious. I heard that it's really wild on there. Really
That's
wild.
horrible. Because that happened to me. I've experienced that of thinking somebody is like you're seeing them and they have a whole other life.
Hmm.
It is
Well,
so
no,
messed up.
but that's actually not what I'm speaking of. I mean, I'm sure that
Okay.
a lot of that happens, but what's happening is women are, because there's some women that are disconnected from reality. They're going on those sites and just trashing men with fictitious allegations
Oh shit.
just
Well,
because they want to throw sticks in the spokes of someone that they used to date and now no longer
someone
date.
you look like somebody I used to know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they're
so there's been some
lashing
like
out.
lawsuits on it, and then somebody that I dated, which was a major red flag when
Oh
we
no.
weren't dating anymore, said that she got kicked off. And I was like, "How did you get kicked off?" And then she just kind of scatted. She never told me like actually how she got kicked. And I was like, how can a woman get kicked off from that thing?" So and then I was like, "Oh boy, I bet there's some wild allegations on there that are untrue about a bunch of men." But and I'm sure there's tons of real
Dang.
true stuff. So it's yeah, it's a bummer. But yeah, I was just curious if you had ever been on any of those. Are we dating the same guys? Because they're in every major
Mm-mm.
city in the world.
God dang, I guess I have to. I'm more on the other side where I'm on all those sites of the guys seeking lots of girls. Like seeking.
What is that,
Like
like Tinder?
seeking is kind of like Tinder, yeah.
Oh, okay.
For
Yeah, Are We
yeah.
Dating the Same Guy is, yeah, is supposed to be a place for women to hang out and discuss if they're dating the same guy. It's my
God
understanding that
dang, I
it's
just
degraded into something
see
gross.
after working on my own health and of my calendar, I don't
Hmm.
have time for shit like that. I really don't. Like my time is real valuable and structured now. Way more than it ever has been in my life, and I like it that way. It works that way, which
Hmm.
means there's no time for bullshit, really. It's like,
Hmm.
is am I spending this time to elevate and expand? Am I in this time to connect deeper? Is that good? No. No?
Hmm.
Okay, I gotta go. Speaking of, Jean says, I applied for lots of jobs and I'm feeling optimistic about it all now. Yay! And more energy to get healthier and do more projects like meeting new people. Yay! And hopefully get some gigs to say, yes, all you need to do is meet new people, Jean. That's the answer. And me too, I might get braver to speak more. Yay! And I saw stuff about a guy I met on OkCupid one time. He was a playboy and used coupons to go to very cheap places. It helped me to get over him after he ghosted me, after he had conquered me. LOL. He was cute though, and 20 years younger.
Hmm.
So are you saying you saw him on that site? Jeez, you might meet a high quality man now, and me too, and Sean too for a woman of higher quality. I love you, Gene. You're so funny. Oh God, you're so funny. Hmm. He was a playboy, but he used coupons. Oh God, the coupon playboy. God bless him.
That JP Sears funny video. I gotta send that to you.
Oh fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, to look, I mean, the dude I saw in 2020 that totally threw me for a loop. He was the way I was like, I can't. I mean, wow, that just I've never had anything like that happen to me. That I thought I was seeing somebody, and it turns out he had a whole other life. He had a live-in girlfriend, like straight up
Mm.
live-in girlfriend.
And he was just lying to you?
Every single thing he said was a lie.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. I mean, it was like it could have been a Dateline episode.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it just showed me how dang gullible. Fucking hell. I want to believe.
Hmm. Looking back, do you have did any specific red flags you're like, oh, I shouldn't have, that didn't make any sense, or I don't know. Or was he just that good?
You know what? The love bombing. I
Hmm.
fell for it. I
That's
got super love bombed.
I fell for that one time, and yeah, that's a tough one too because it's like you want to believe in that possibility of that happening, and yeah, and then now, after you get love bombed, then from then on, in any situation, you're like, is this shit real, or is this am I being
Uh,
love bombed?
oh yeah. He would send
So,
me a song in the morning and a song at night. Just like that, summed us up because I'm such a romantic wootsy wootsy. So he'd send me a song, and then come to find out, it was his girlfriend was sending him those songs, and then he would send it to me.
hmm,
So really, she and I became friends. Is really what happened. Because
sounds like sounds
we
like
have
sounds like a are we dating the same guy love story.
for real. I mean, it's like, oh my god, yeah. We became when we finally talked. We ended up becoming friends, and she ended up going back with him, and twice more. I think twice more, and I
I,
think she's out of it now finally. But she went back.
the one that said that she would get it on with me if she didn't like me so much. She told me a story about somebody she met on Are We Dating the Same Guy? how she got ghosted, and then she went on there and posted, "I got ghosted by this guy. Does anyone else know this guy?" And then somebody was like, "Yeah, I know him." And then they went out to lunch and became friends for a year. And you're not going to believe this. She had to defriend her because she was not that honest of a person and was very needy and clingy and emotionally manipulative.
And they're hanging out on that site. I wonder why.
Yeah, I
I
wonder
mean,
if.
it kind of fits.
Right,
Oh
right.
my God,
So,
Gene, they can be like alley cats. I dated a car salesman once that dated me early evening before this later booty call and his earlier lunch date. Wow, he's busy. And then the 60 plus Brad Pitt imposters, crazy times. I had to block them all. It was more of a fantasy kind of goofy. They are all still all over social media. Like, see, Brad Pitt has a thing.
hmm,
Women have a psychological. There's a lot of women. I'm calling you out, Gene, that have this like thing for Brad Pitt, and they'll
okay.
fall for Brad Pitt imposters, like wanting to ask them out.
Hmm.
And then there's a lot of women who like have these beliefs that they are really with these superstars.
That they've never met?
Yeah, no, that they're gonna be with them like spiritually and like they're with
Oh.
them.
They're probably on the Are We Dating the
So,
Same Guy sites too.
oh God, oh God. I don't date anymore. I've decided that I'm just a straight up for pay only. Like honestly, you can pay me for not like that because I don't do that, but like to hang out and go on dates and stuff. It takes so much time. You got to drive there, you got to be there, and then for them not to show up or ghost you, and you spent the time to go there. I'm like, listen, I gotta have like a consultation meeting.
Damn, I never thought of it like that. I should just be happy that people show up for me.
For real. There's some people that like just don't show up
Yeah, yeah.
at all. You know how many times I've been stood up? Oh my God. I've been stood up way more than I've dated.
That's crazy. Stood up, like actually stood up. You're there, and they didn't
Actually
show up.
stood up. Yes.
Hmm.
And it usually is because they got scared and they went to my website and then they're like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." And I'm like, "Yeah, oh my God." And then it's
Oh my
oh
god. Oh my
my
god.
God. Oh my God. And this is why the pretty girls are like, you know, waiting at the back, still standing there. The too tall girl who doesn't get asked out kind of thing. You know? So it's like this is why we go out by ourselves to eat steak tartare. What does she say? Jean, see, she goes, I met him at school once and saw him speak live, but knew the imposters weren't real. But then got the AI Brad Pitt voice last week. Yeah, they're coming after you, Gene. Those AI celeb voices are crazy. They'll send voices on Facebook Manager. See, they know women get bamboozled by that, so the AI is sending them like messages to have you do what? Click here and send them money? I bet. Oh my God. Yeah, there's a lot of women that do that and fall for it and get catfished by these dudes who are like, I want to come see you. I just need the bus ticket. Can you send me $500? I'll come see you, and it's all that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. His girlfriend in real life is 30 and he's 60. Well, I mean,
Who's that? Brad
good.
Pitt? Are you talking about Brad Pitt?
Yeah. DM Goggins, dating takes too much time and energy. It really kind of does. And unless I hear, hey kiddo, I tell my kiddo, daddy's coming. Daddy's coming now.
Daddy's coming.
Daddy's coming now. Hey kiddo. Bye-bye. Her face. She's like, oh. Her face. Rah. Oh, gee. Okay. Oh my God. What else can I tell you? And it's gonna be I'm actually awake. I'm so not awake usually at this time. Mm. Mm.
I'm coming.
Mm. You didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing.
No, I didn't see anything. Nothing.
I did black seed oil too, by the way. Black seed oil,
That stuff is
regenerate,
great.
loot. It really is. Ouch. Sorry, DM. DM Goggins. I had a break. That was a little break. I just got over, or I avoided getting sick, which was amazing. I love you.
Don't step on it.
Don't step on any of this. I love you.
Right.
Bye bye, baby. So cute. She's like 23. She's so funny. So, a really awesome things happen with her all the time. Thank you, DM. Feeling better. I'll wait. Wait until that door shuts. Hold on. What's that happening? They always make up stories, but met. This is what Jean says. Met my friend in Canada that way, and they message her a lot too. Well, thank you, baby. And I have to quit following all this. Okay, cool. Door shut. So amazing thing happened the other night. Yeah, actually, last night is her. I have a situation where a dude will violently yell at me. Like it's like a thing. It's like here's this week his latest little outburst, right? And he went off on an outburst of what a piece of shit loser I am, and yada yada yada. It was a whole little diatribe of like,
I mean, there's no way that he would have been drunk, was there?
yes, he was 1000% drunk. Yeah. He's drunk every night, and
So he's mirroring on you.
yeah, he's just the things he's saying it about himself exactly. So
Right.
so I'm no longer taking it on. I hear it different. It's almost like, oh wow, you really just have a bad relationship with yourself. But what I found adorable, because my child is so awesome, is this particular one was about doesn't really matter what it's about, but it was about my golf movie, and he was just going off on what a failure I am, blah blah. And I came up to the stairs, and you could see it on my face, right? And my kid's like, "What's the matter? What happened?" I was like, "Nothing. We're cool." And she's like, "No, what happened? Was it Daddy? Did he say something?" I was like, "Mom, Mom." It's a serious Freudian slip. I was like, "It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's just the usual. He says Mom is a failure, meaning me." And she goes, "Mom, don't talk to anything having to do with you. If you want to talk to anybody having to do with you, talk to Tessa." Because Tessa is her best friend and she's my #1 fan. And it was just such a great little reminder from a kid brain of like, don't talk to the haters. Talk to the ones that love you. She's like, Mom, don't talk to him about anything with having to do with your work. Talk to Tessa. Because Tessa's your #1 fan. She's like, read all her comments. Check out what she says about you. Talk to Tessa. And I thought that was such a great reminder for everyone. Because there's always going to be the haters. And it's usually, sadly, in your damn family. It really is.
Yeah, the people around you will look at you as the person that you were, or they don't want you to get ahead of them. It's an odd thing. It's really
It's the crabs in a bucket, and the one crab tries to get out, and the rest of the crabs pull him down. Yeah,
True.
And it's like, and I did somebody Jean actually on a live. When I shared that it just happened, it was like because it is shocking to the core to just be yelled at that you're a piece of shit, It's it becomes a dance a lot when you're like, oh wow, like just navigating that. Like, how's your mood today? You know, like
Hmm.
whoa, how where are we today? And it was just a great reminder to not listen to that.
Well, but the
But
other thing is too, I don't know about you, but if I see somebody that's in a non-sober state, you know, it's just kind of everything that they say is kind of funny.
laughable.
Yeah, it's laughable.
Well, I do say,
The
well, except when you're a large dude and you get violent. Also,
mm,
that's like
well,
it gets only funny only so far. You know,
yeah,
it's more
yeah,
like walk away, going like, haha, okay, Shrek.
hmm,
Shrek is having a moment.
yeah, and then yeah, it's somebody who's looking for escalation,
Oh yeah.
who you don't want to escalate with, because there is.
No. There's no it's not no point.
Mhm.
There's
Well,
twice that I did that. Like I went back at it. Only twice. And it's not worth it.
yeah, drunks are unpredictable, and then people that don't like themselves are pretty unpredictable. You combine that, that's not good.
But when he was going off on what a loser I am with my work and how to fit, what a failure I am, et cetera, which I'm obviously not. So it's like so then Gene goes, oh wow, wow, what does he do? Nothing. So yeah, fair. It's like, what movies are you writing? What movie? You know, what books are you doing? What projects are you on that you're failing at?
Maybe
Nothing.
maybe he's
Like
really good
nothing.
at maybe he's really good
Nothing.
at Angry Birds or something that you
Exactly.
don't even
It's like
know about.
crossword puzzles. He's very good at crossword puzzles.
Oh, so there you go.
Hey, I mean that's a skill.
Yeah.
It's just, but yelling and telling other people in his world how awful they are, and yet not is really it's a thing.
I just you're kinder than me because I just think I would then forever till the end of time just try to Ginsu throw spokes sticks in his spokes or her spokes until they just decided to not mess with me anymore. But
Well, I don't have time for that. I got shit to do.
uh,
I'm like living my best life. My flex is not letting that hit me as it
yeah.
did for 10 years
Hmm.
and send me into like a poo poo like because
Yeah.
it sucks to live with somebody who does not support you.
Hmm.
And on top of it doesn't support you, like actively sabotages you.
Hmm.
That is fucked up.
And you said your mom used to do that too.
Oh my god, my mom and my ex-husband used to sabotage. It was like, what am I doing in my life that I've manifested that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, enough of that shit.
Hmm.
Like it's like enough. It's like the heart. That's always as long. That's always as long as you're safe. What do you mean? Well, I'm safe, like physically safe, but it's not mentally safe. It's not like it sucks. It
Hmm.
really does suck. And what are you saying definitely to Leah? Like like the thing that yeah, I think you're saying definitely when you're working that hard and it's in your family. You know? What are you looking at? You reading your phone? Who's messaging you? You dating? You on Tinder right now?
No, I'm not on Tinder at all. No.
Lies. I meant I
No, I'm
meant
not.
your
I haven't been on that since like teens or maybe 20s.
I meant your
20?
resilience is amazing. Oh, that's
20.
nice. Thank you. I thank you. And it sucks being fucking yelled at. But but back to Tinder. That's how we met. Thank God. It was a
Yeah.
great site. It does, and even though it can be tough work with, or especially to be friends with those types, with friends like that, we don't need enemies. Yeah, for sure. The saboteurs. Yeah, I called my mom out like a handful of times recently, in kind, respectful ways. Not like I'm not yelling at her like he would. I just called it out, and it has honestly shifted dramatically. And
Hmm.
her behavior has really shifted, and she has become more active, and she's taking care of herself more. She's starting to actually address her dishes. Like it's like she's actually like it was actually it was not
But
fun at first when you call your senior parent out on their behavior. They give you the poo poo face.
yeah, I know. But remember, I told you that they revert into children,
Uh
and
huh.
then also
Like pouting.
a lot of boomers never advanced beyond childhood.
Fascinating.
They could make it through life as a child because
Right.
it was life was that easy for a lot of
Yep.
their lives. Yeah, yeah, it's yeah. You gotta think of them as children as they get older, especially the
Fascinating.
boomers. And then
And
as they're if they get into cognitive decline, then they become more and more like kids.
well now, like she's quit drinking alcohol. She's fights doing regenerate. She fight like, and every day she goes, "Oh, I have that ivermectin, but I haven't taken it, and I feel sick or whatever." And I just think, I think about taking it, and I was like, you know, what's amazing, Mom, because we talk openly now on
Hmm.
camera and off camera
Hmm.
about trauma, like repeats in life, and how we like. I talk openly about me addressing my stuff. I'm generationally snipping it, and I see it for her. I see it affect her because in like the realm of quantum healing, all that I've read, you really do. I've now healed it for my daughter. I've stopped the cycle for my daughter, and by my daughter and I stopping the cycle, we actually it does revert back energetically to my mom, and it all is all about like how the ovaries were held and who held the ovaries, and like it's fascinating stuff when you I mean just looking at healing modalities, and you're just like,
Well,
wow,
you want to get real out there. You know,
yeah, I
there's
do.
there's a line where animals of any kind of animals just get a knowingness because once a line is crossed, then the whole animal has all of the knowingness crossed.
See,
And I think where we're at right now, as far as knowingness in humans, that humans are now able to detect authenticity. Not all of them, because a lot of people that are drugged up or have not are not connected to the one consciousness because
right,
of something that's preventing them to
poison.
being poisoned essentially in one way or another. But a lot of people understand authenticity, so that's why a lot of the programming stuff isn't working.
Yep,
And they're trying to run the same programs, but they're just not as effective as they used to be because you can't just talk at someone in a anchorman voice and then have people automatically believe it.
anymore.
Right.
Coulda for a long time.
Yeah.
Fascinating though. When you start dissecting all this shit, it is just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But looking at like, and it does healing generations. I really am legitimately seeing massive difference with my mother.
Hmm.
Now I like look forward to it. I'm actually spending more time with her because she's becoming more pleasant to be around.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's great to hear. I mean, yeah, you and another friend of mine have moms that are getting up there in age, and I just lost mine recently. Um,
I remember.
yeah, I
It was
can
rough.
definitely tell you a lot of the things that don't work, you know, and then reflecting back, I can think of things. That's how I, told you and her, you got to get them excited about something.
Yep.
They're not going to do the dishes. They're not going to take care of themselves unless they're excited about something, whether it's
Yep.
seeing a relative or
Me
whatever.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah. Now we
just
have a
like
yard sale. We're gonna
just
do a
like a
yard
kid.
sale. Yep, and she wants to know she's seen me at a certain time, and if I'm at all like, she gets all like on her texting. All of a sudden, she could do it really well. Uh-huh. And, and just like, oh, I'm here. I'm on the porch. I'm ready. You know,
Mm.
Jesus. But it is a fascinating to watch my mother not mother herself.
Your mother not mother herself.
Not taking care of herself, not eating well, not doing her dishes, not doing her laundry, not taking care of her life. And it's fascinating. And then when I start calling it out, I'm like, okay, what's underneath that? What's underneath that? With she starts telling me stories, and still she's what, 77, and she's going over stories of how her mom used to actually beat the shit out of her. Like she told me, she's like, one time she was in like a little room and she couldn't get away, and my grand was just kept switching and just beating her until she was bleeding and screaming at her, and it's like, and she never hugged her, never told her she loved her whole entire life. And it's like, that's rough. I mean, that's really fucked up, Mom.
Yeah.
That's really fucked up. And it's like, well, let's like heal that. I'm like, I don't know how I came out of this family, because the whole family is a bunch of really strong women, like really like harsh women that and my grandmother would shoot squirrels with a shotgun, just like just tough women, and I'm the nice one. I'm so kind. My mom will even see me with people. I love watching you with people because you like are actually kind. You actually like them. And I was like, I don't
But
know. Maybe, I
I
don't know
think
where I came from.
a lot of kindness comes from not having the kindness. So then you
Yeah.
make the assumption that those people have not received kindness, which then makes you want to give them more kindness. Yeah, at least
There.
that's my
Yep. That's
my
it.
my thing. Although I can be hit people with a lot of sarcasm, but
This is true. Yeah, you can.
but yeah, hopefully they take it in a joking manner.
You just know that Gene says, "Wow, I'm sad. I had a sweet grandma that lived to be one day short of 99. She was awesome, and she worked for my dad and could stand up to him, but my mom couldn't."
I had a
Ugh.
guy on my ride today that said his mother or grandmother lived to 99.
Wow. 99. My mom's little friend at her senior housing just turned 103. But she said to me when I started like dating again, like, or I'm not dating, give me a break. This was not recently, but in 2020. She goes, "Where are you meeting these men? And where are you meeting those young ones?" And I was like, "Oh God, Mom." Well, honestly, on any of the dating sites, they have an age thing, and I just roll it all the way down to 18 and all the way up to 100. I just let them all in and see what happens. And she goes, "Well, what if mine's 101?"
Oh, the lady at the home.
The guy that she liked at the home was 101.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm just shit. That's just so funny. Well, what
Oh
happens
my
if he's
god.
101?
Oh my
They've got to
god.
expand their dating options. Oh my God, died. Dang, I'm not sure that's my goal unless I stay healthy. Yeah, 99. Yeah, really. Could you imagine? And so she's. It reminds me of Jennifer Coolidge in that in that movie Best in Show. And she's like, "We have a lot in common." She's married to the old dude. And she's like, "We have so much in common. We both like soup." Yeah. Oh my God. So funny. 101. I put 39 to 69. Oh, there you go, Gene. Damn, Gene. Did you see what
30,
Gene just did?
39 to 69.
Uh-huh.
That's the age gap. The age gap.
No, she took a 39 and I'll put the 39 in a 69.
Ooh.
Oh. Boom, 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 boom. You got the cowbell on that, Gene. I'll
Is that
take
how
the
it goes?
26 and put it 69. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I know. God bless everybody. Just do what you want out there in the world. Just don't rape kids. Everybody, go fuck yourself. I mean, really. And if they're over 70, maybe too old for me. Attaboy. Sean. What are you saying attaboy to? No, about dating range. Oh, it's so funny. The dating range. Gene. Oh, he's saying had a girl, Gene. That's Gene. Oh my god. Well, Jean's single, so we're gonna have a single party in her hood. I'll come in and bring all the single men, and she can have her pick. Yeah, why not? Come on. I'll go around and collect them, and then have a party.
On the internet, you're gonna collect them.
No, in real in life, in real
Oh, you're
life.
just gonna go out
I will go to your
place them.
town and just circle around the town and be like, woohoo!
No,
Single
Come
men,
on,
follow
come on.
me. Single men, follow me.
have it start a train. You're just going back and forth with somebody, holding on to your back.
Follow me to Gene.
I haven't seen a train happen in a long, long time. I think that's old school.
A train dance, that's pretty funny.
A friend
People
of
think
mine
I'm
was
49 or
telling me.
50.
A friend of mine was telling me that she went downtown to Broadway this weekend, and she hadn't been in forever, and she said that the amount of cocaine and sex in the women's bathrooms, she said, was just mind-bending. That it's like become a total free fall. See, I haven't been down to Broadway in forever, but her telling me that, I want to get like a
I want to go.
well, I want to get a documentary film crew together and like get some chest GoPros and just have,
Oh my
like to
God.
see the real Broadway.
Everyone's so drunk when I was down there.
That's
I mean, they were just like drunk. Like not fun drunk
right.
at all. It's like
But
nasty
but
drunk.
that's why I stopped going out years ago.
Yeah, and you might
But
you
even
made
not
loot.
Broadway, just I think people are just more drunk than they've ever been anywhere.
Back to the 80s, Dale said.
So people were just
Interesting.
hammered
That's
in
how
the
we're
80s. Uh-oh.
doing
Say that
cocaine in the 80s. I said
Oh,
hammered
you
doing.
you were
I bet. I bet it.
yeah, you what sick
Am I? But fat fingers.
Please pull around to the window, ma'am.
Exactly. We can't.
Can't hear you. You're gonna have to pull around to the window.
Just pull around. That's fucking
You're
hilarious.
just gonna go down to Nashville and collect them for Gene. Just start one of these.
I'm gonna go. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, Gene's in Waco. Okay,
Oh,
come on,
David
Waco.
Koresh Town.
Come on, Waco. Follow me. All the single boys that like to like her. People think she's around 50. And really, I think she's in her 60s. Is that right, Gene? But younger men actually really do like older women. I mean, don't take that away. They don't take them. Slide your slider down. Let them in there. They want to get in there. They're there. They want to get in there.
It's not true across the board, but the older one is, the more likely they are to have fixed their shit. No,
Really?
some people don't even attempt to begin to fix their shit, but I'm just
Yeah,
like,
that's why it tends to be the older ones are kind of like not fun because they haven't fixed it and they haven't even looked at it, and it's
oh, you talking about boomers again? We're talking about boomers.
maybe it is boomers.
Yeah.
Like in the
Have another
50s.
Quaalude, boomer.
Yes, I mean maybe it is like 50s because they're tendency controlling. I noticed.
Who is
Like they're like
instantly controlling?
older men, because I'm talking to
Oh.
all men, like men hit me up all the time, and I just notice a pattern. Older
Mm.
men get instantly controlly weird.
Hmm.
You're like, wow, I see how to run from you. And they should go out with those 20-year-olds. I mean, really, it would work better.
Well, you're saying that young women want to be controlled?
They are hunting for money
Mm.
only half the time, so might as well just link those two people up. The super controlling and older dudes can go out with the younger ones, and then the younger men in their 20s should go out with the women in their 50s. I mean, they are already. So we should just promote that.
Only if they have like a really cool car and like
Exactly.
have like a lot of money and stuff and
Yep.
buy me purses.
I don't understand that even remotely, but yes. Jean is over 60, but she still auditions for younger. You're fine, Jean. I'm just talking about general age. It's funny to me.
Mm.
'Cause, yeah, people, when I'm going live with my mom, we're
Hmm.
slowly going to get back on TikTok. Oh, dang it. I'm on the struggle bus right now.
I gotta get back on the talk tick.
God dang it. Yeah, you're past 10,000. Mine got hacked, so I'm criming I'm criming back up.
Yeah.
I'm at like at 700 now. You have to be at 1,000 before you can go live.
Once you're back on the 1,000, let's go live on the TikTokers.
Oh, please. Well, I was going live with my mom, and I can't tell you, there are a whole following of gilfs, not just milfs, gilfs.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
I can put it together, yeah.
Yeah,
Grandma,
I'd like to, yeah. The younger men who are into
yeah.
grandmas. I mean, it
Huh.
is a thing.
Okay.
It's a thing.
There's
Dale
too
says
much
I.
porn watching going on, I tell you that right
It
now.
is, yeah.
Way too
D-
much corn watching.
Dale says he put chrome on my Harley. He dropped 20 years of age. That's funny. That's awesome. I love me some Harley. Young women in Dallas would use the older guys and then dump them for the younger if they had money. Too mean. Can be very clueless. I saw that in Hollywood and Austin too. Not sure about Waco yet. I think that's everywhere. Don't
Well,
you
I think
think? I
I
mean,
think as times get harder, people look for more and more security.
true. And now it's like, right, yeah, we're gonna need meat. And somebody
Hmm.
said, like, yeah, you'll have to learn how to hunt. And I was like, or give, no, never mind. Inappropriate, or insert inappropriate comment right here
Hmm.
to get your meat.
Yeah.
Gotta survive somehow. You need that meat. Hook up with your man to get you some meat.
All of a sudden, just go back to traditional roles.
Yeah.
Super traditional.
Arr.
I'll cook, you go kill.
Yeah. Ooh, we're on a
I'll
time delay
clean,
now.
you go kill.
We're in a weird time delay right now.
I keep slipping down or something.
Yeah.
It's like it says
You'd be a lot of fun at a hunting camp. Oh, I would be a lot of sore at a hunting camp.
Ew.
Oh! I'd be very sore at a hunting camp.
Oh my
And
goodness.
tired because I'd be cooking at at the campsite. There is a hunting camp. Oh God, this little cabin that I've been in, this little hunting cabin. God dang, I have so many dirty little thoughts about that place. And I just think it's like, I wish it could all come true. I'm like, this scene, and then this happened, all in my mind. Ho hum. So innocent.
Got to verbalize that to the man.
I have tried. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that whole thing. Cannot. It's weird. Like asking for what I want is a thing.
Hmm.
I'm like, yeah, it's a thing. I
The
just I'm
thing
like
that doesn't work, I guess.
I guess not. It's like step
I
one.
would just be excited to find a woman who has any clues about what she actually wants.
For real.
So you're, I
Like
mean, you're ahead of the game here,
I
but
mean, I know what I want, and this is like asking for it. It's like, oh God. I guess it's because you have that fear of like, what if they say no?
hmm,
Who cares? I don't know.
it's nice to be.
Gene, I worked for a divorce lawyer once, and he said to get a rich guy, I'd need to work on more of a trophy wife look. That's funny. Amen. He was such a character, he passed away and was a heavy smoker. Oh my God. Funny. You should, like, my mom, speaking of like telling all these stories about her dating and her. I was dating the one guy. Remember the guy that only had, or no, it was one of her bosses. That man who only had one tooth, or or was missing a tooth or something. She'll like always throw in those. So funny. Oh God,
Jeez.
this is random. So funny. I
Oh
know.
my
It's
goodness.
I honestly I'm sort of getting to where I'll just go live with my mom. Like when she gets in the car, I just press go live because there are just so many funny moments. But there sometimes you have to wait for it because
Mm-hmm.
especially if she knows the camera's on, then it got weird.
Mm.
But
Mm-hmm.
if she doesn't know it's on, god dang it, it's just so many funny things.
Yeah, yeah, so many people when the cameras come out, they totally change who
Oh
they are.
yeah, she gets all everything weird, or she gets into like, well, I want to be an actress too.
Hmm.
You know, I'm like, great, let's act. She goes into like frozen
Yeah.
mode.
And then you just say, and scene.
I'm like, oh god. But just to start her talking is just so dang funny. My god. But man, if I don't catch a hold of her, kind of like you said, like dealing with your older parents, making sure that they're excited about something.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's your job, like you're not taking it on, but it is very helpful. You helped me a lot with like, where is she finding the joy? And it's in
Yeah.
plants, 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 plants all day long. Plants, 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 plants. Where we drive and we look at plants. My whole house is full of plants now. And as soon as I could spend the time in my brain to pay attention to plants, which I have never in my life, because I'm like, I don't have room for this in my brain right now.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as like I started to listen and learn, a quarter of what she's telling me,
Mm-hmm.
because she'll just start like this, which is adorable and awesome. I encourage it. It's way better than gossiping and
Complaining.
complaining about other people, right? So now I've noticed that when she starts going down the rabbit hole of complaining or starting
Ask her about
ask
plants.
her about plants. Yes,
Yeah.
this
Yep.
is exactly the.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's come up with all kinds of things. Like she's helped me. Look at this guy. Who's this guy? I mean, that's a fig tree right there. It's a fig tree. It's been great. It's been really, really, really helpful to like find what they love and then ask them about that.
There's you could here's something to ask her next time you talk to her. There's three plants that if you put them in your house, it improves the air quality of your house. I know one of them's a snake plant.
We got one. Yep, we got a snake plant. Yep.
There's two others, and you have to like some of them are
Hey,
better for
Liz.
the some of them go near your bed, some of them go away from your bed because some of them put out oxygen during the day, some of them put out toxins at night. So
Oh yeah, there's that.
yeah, so it's
She would
there.
love that.
Yeah,
She could
there's
have a channel about plants, Gene. You're right. She really could.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, I'm getting
Well,
sleepy. I've already been sleepy.
I get
Um,
you. Thanks for talking. This is like an
yeah, no,
abnormal day. We got to. Uh, I don't have to rush over for my kiddo because she left early. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, you helped me not get sick. You regenerate. Damn, that stuff's good.
yeah, yeah. That stuff really works. I gotta get a plan together to promote that stuff again because it's just so wonderful having people connect back with me and tell me how it helped them, you know.
It's amazing.
And it really does
I
work because
have,
I know when I take it, I can feel the difference. So versus not taking it.
hell yeah. And I have people for you too, for your warehouse and all the stuff that's the next level when you're ready.
Okay.
My favorite phrase of yours, hey, listen, listen. Is that it, Dale? Listen, listen. Listen, listen, y'all. Getting healthier is fun.
It's true.
But
It's
it's
true because you have more having more energy is fun.
it is fun, but we are definitely not the normal.
Who's not definitely the normal?
Me and you.
Oh, yeah, probably not. Well, I mean, yeah, the normal is a construct anyway of a bunch of people not actually being their true selves. So,
Drinking bad beer. That's what I don't understand. When like people are also drinking really like eating bad food and drinking bad beer. Like I don't understand that.
I just clicked over to Instagram. I'll just mention a couple comments that I just noticed. Middle class is being erased. It's either rich or poor now.
It's
Today.
true. It's true.
So far away. I gotta get closer. Uh,
It's like you were starting to rap or something. So on Thursdays, you got to bring in somebody for music, like bring in Michael Ricks again or something.
yeah, I gotta
Wake
bring
up.
in Doug. I should have had Doug here. No, Doug's moved on. He's got himself a place now, so he's no longer staying on the property.
Oh,
But
but he's in Nashville.
he's in Nashville. Yeah,
Oh, fun.
he's got a place nearby, like half a mile away. So yeah, I can get him over to do that.
Cool.
Um, but yeah, I've been super busy with the bikes. I got a big ride tomorrow morning and Saturday morning. So
Fun. I can't wait to come
yeah, uh, yeah,
in
it'll be fun.
August.
I got the hot and cold plunge done, so
Fun.
have that.
So we can ride hot in August, so it'll be super hot in Nashville, but then we do a cold plunge. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Global warmings haven't really started. It hasn't been that hot here yet. I hear it's coming. I hear I hear soon we're all gonna die from it getting too hot, but it's been a really unseasonably cool spring so far.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what they tell me.
They tell us a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right.
All right.
I'm
Well,
out of here.
y'all,
Good talking
God
to you.
bless
Let's
y'all.
talk soon.
You're awesome.
Ciao.
Next week. Bye.